Golem. Now, I really want to talk about this because fundamentally this is the first time, I think, maybe one of the first times in sort of since I've made this channel that I actually believe a coin is going to break its long-term downtrend. And a large part of that is down to what's recently happened with Golem. They've had a huge bounce in terms of price. This is off the back of something happening on Binance that I'm going to talk about. I also want to talk about what the tech is and what I think this can hit in the next bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in my videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. I expected they were going to make me a lot of money. And you can see what the prices of all these coins were when I recorded my videos. You can also see the highs that all these coins hit in under a year and a half. And these are what your profits would have been if you'd put $100 into them. Like say 100 into NKN would have made you over 6 grand in under a year and a half. If you'd done that for all 26, your total profit from the 26 would have been over 123 grand. Now I sold all of these. I share the coins that I currently own on my website, which is CopyMyCryptocom. So anytime I find a coin that, again, I think is going to make me a lot of money, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, the profits I think it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm going to put in, and the members can just copy along exactly. It means they make the exact same profits as me. Nice added bonus as well, they don't have to do any work. And that's why we have thousands and thousands of members on the site, is because they're making profits in crypto without having to do anything, without having to know anything about blockchain tech or anything. And if you want to see what they've made, that's on CopyMyCrypto.com. If you want to see what I've said in the past, that's on there too. And it's all on the history of this channel, so you can verify everything that you read and you see. And if you like what you see, guys, maybe it's a service you want to try out, because we're less than a year away from coins being at new highs. And if you've not got your crypto portfolio sorted, if you're not happy with what you've got, then jump onto the site, try it out, and you can see what I own, guys. Now, Golem. So look, Golem's been around for bloody ages. It went through 2 bull cycles, right? And look, it did a lot better in the first bull cycle than the second. $1.25 was its first bull cycle. Didn't really get that high up in the most recent one. It got to about 82, 83 cents. Probably, to be honest, this chart is hardly accurate, so it might have got up to $1. However, look at the price pump that they've had. I mean, 7 days, they're up 71%. Over the month, they're up 93%. You can see, like, over the past 7 days, that impacts that this news has had. And the news is Binance. Of course it's Binance. So Binance has introduced high leverage Golem perpetual contracts for trading. And Jesus Christ, whenever this happens, you see volume coming in, and it comes in hard. We've seen it with small cap coins. We've seen it with large cap coins. The difference that leverage trading makes to the overall volume that comes into a project is huge. And Golem's price has just bounced as a result. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what Golem is, Golem's all about decentralized computing. So it's a peer-to-peer marketplace for distributed computing resources. So users engage directly on the Golem platform. You exchange the Golem tokens for the utilization of idle computing resources. So if I need some extra power, or if I need some extra storage, I can pay someone with a bit of Golem and I'll get access to that. So Golem also allows to break down tasks into smaller subtasks and distribute them across multiple providers. So it basically enables parallel processing. This boosts efficiency and speeds up the completion of complex computations. So Golem or GLM is what pays for the entire marketplace. So as a requester, you set a bid for an amount of Golem you're willing to pay to have your task completed. As a provider, you earn Golem by computing tasks for the requesters. And anyone can get involved. Anyone can get involved. And they've got a real open platform for you to have a discussion. Chat.golem.network will show you everything that you need to know. They're pretty well backed as well. SVK got in on them, Outlier Ventures, Continue Capital, KR1, Fundamental Labs. Now, there's not been huge, massive development in Golem over the past few years. But there is something that needs to be acknowledged, and that is, look, max supply is out, total supply is out, and they are in a very important niche right now, which is distributed computing. Distributed computing, whether you want to talk about AI and big data, these areas of crypto and blockchain tech are going to grow. we've already seen the emergence of huge cloud computing crypto projects that have done, many of them have done quite, better than Golem in terms of market cap that they've reached. However, it's worth noting that over the past couple of years, we have seen growth, or the past year really, we've seen a lot of growth in particular cryptos because of the developments in ChatGPT. So AI coins have started doing bloody well, right? But we're also seeing stuff like Sirecoin. We're also seeing a number of different sort of cloud computing and a lot of cloud storage, for example, or storage, have done really well over the past couple of years. And here's the thing, centralized places, whether you're talking about the cloud, whether you're talking about whichever service you want, Google, Apple, whatever, they all have a single point of failure. And that's the risk. And we've seen it. We've seen the hacks to these sort of centralized places before, where a lot of celebrities' sort of photos went out onto the internet. And that was a big deal. Like, that got a lot of news coverage, right? And one of the things that is going to result in significant growth for projects like Sire, Storage, and potentially Golem is if you did see a centralized hack. Now, I'm not saying anyone should wish that, because, if with a single point failure, everyone can be at risk. And if you use cloud storage, you could have a problem, right? But the reason I bring this up is it's very much worth paying attention to the news cycles, because if there is a big hack talked about, no doubt about it, that day, if it does happen, right? That day, all cloud computing, all distributed computing, all decentralized storage will pump like wild, because everyone will go, but this is the solution. Now, as for Golem is probably going to benefit more from just general dialogue about ChatGPT, and we're going to see a ton of that over the next year or so. I don't know what I did there, but we're going to see a ton of that over the next couple of years. And if we see significant discussions about ChatGPT, anytime that hits the news, AI coins can benefit, and they will benefit, because AI, however you feel about it, and by the way, for me personally, I think it's one of the worst things that's gonna come to fruition, right? But AI cryptos are going to do very, very well every single time ChatGPT is in the news, and Golem fits into that criteria. Yes. Golem is different in that you're doing distributed computing. It's not quite AI in the sense of what's happening. You're paying a provider for their computing resources to complete tasks. It's not exactly AI, but they can actually move towards that quite nicely. The use of just idle computing resources is massive. Like that's because you're literally saving the costs of having to expand your own system. So there's a real benefit to Golem. And look, off the back of the fact that Golem has ended up on a perpetuals market, I think this can break its previous high. I really, really do. We've seen coins that end up on perpetuals market start having significant growth. And look, excuse me, 70% gain over 7 days. Look, that's good. But we have seen some coins go to crazy highs as a result of sort of consistent listings on perpetuals markets. A great example of that of the past year is Tether. Tether actually banged up to about $650 at one point because there was just so much momentum because of the perpetuals markets. Golem might just break and hit $2 just because of this perpetuals news. But with the right news cycle stories, I think Golem can finally break its downtrend. And I think this year it might be the year for Golem to actually go to a new high. And if that does happen, I'm looking at like $2. I'm not necessarily looking at tons more. That would put it at $2 billion market cap, which is pretty good. But here's the thing, you know, like when we actually look at Golem, how many holders of Golem are there? Probably not tons. Let's have a look. Why is it sent me there? Yeah, it's 19,500. So 19,500, I'd expect more than that given the size of its market cap. So something that they have to do is onboard new users as well. If they onboard new users, this could bang. This could bang. But I think $2 is a fair target for Golem with the recent perpetuals market addition, because Binance have done that, so make no mistake about it, all the other exchanges are going to end up doing the same damn thing. And when they do that, yeah, Golem could just have a quick run to $2. In terms of investments, I think there are better out there. I don't think this is going to, you know, make you incredible money, but 5 times your money is not bad. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Do you think it can do more? You know, we've seen these perpetual markets really bang some of these coins up. How high do you think it could go in theory? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to see the coins I own, you can do. You can even copy along to them, because if you go to CopyMyCryptocom, that is the site I use where I share with all my members my entire portfolio. Anytime I add to my portfolio, when I find a coin that I like that I think is going to make me a lot of money, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, the profits I think it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm going to put in. Members can copy along exactly. This means all work for the members is removed, and they make the exact same profits as me. And we have thousands of members because they're making good money in crypto, but they're not having to do a damn bit of work. They don't have to know anything about the technology. We're less than a year away from new highs. If your crypto portfolio isn't sorted, now is the time, because if you decide to get in on crypto in a year, you're going to have missed a lot of profits. And if you don't know anything, or you don't even know where to get started, then you can join CopyMyCrypto.com and immediately see the coins that I own and copy along. So check out the site, you'll see what the members have earned, you'll see what I've said in the past, and it's all on the history of this channel, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.